Hi, this is Nick Lowry, and my friend David Rose is here today helping me. We're going to talk a little bit about Jodo and some fundamentals in Jodo. So first off, we're going to take a look at handling the stick. The object that we're working with, when we hold it in our hands, we need to concentrate on finding the balance point of that stick, and we need to concentrate on finding that balance point on the middle knuckle of the middle finger of our hand, and just let it lightly balance there. So you adjust your hand forward and backward until you find the sweet spot of where it just balances on the middle knuckle of the middle finger. And then you find it, and after a while it becomes very instinctive. You know where it's at very consistently. You put your hand on your Joe, and you've handled it thousands and thousands and thousands of times over the years. It gets very easy to find this particular spot. As it's hanging here in space and just balanced lightly, you'll notice that your fingers just gently caress it and hold it with a light little touch so you don't have a lot of pressure. If you grasp it firmly like that, you see how the angle changes and gets all flat. And if you're kind of sloppy with it, the tip will, if you're too flaccid in your hand, the tip will come up and get real high, and you'll start balancing on lower knuckles. So middle knuckle, middle finger, and the alignment, you'll notice, comes out with the tip of the Joe just in front of the hara, right in front of your navel. And that's very important, because if we're facing each other, we'd like to have that tip so that his hara and my hara have this direct line between them, and the tip of his Joe just naturally balances right there and intersects that line. That's very critical, because when David steps forward, he wants to place it right on my eye, and he likes that line to stay very pure the whole time. So do that a few more times, back and forth, as he starts right on the navel and brings it straight up, right to the point between my eyes. If he doesn't have a partner to reference with, he can put a mark on the wall at his own eye level and use that mark to reference over and over again. So I'm going to do it with him a few times as well. I'm making sure that I'm holding the stick in the balance point, the middle knuckle of the middle fingers. I have the tip just lightly hanging right in front of my navel. It's on the line between his eyes and my eyes. If you go ahead and lower your Joe stick to Sage Joe, nice. And now he has a target. I'm going to his Uto point right between his eyes. As I step out with my right foot and my right hand, I extend straight to that point, and that's the first half of that step. I stepped a little too large there, and you saw the stick bobble. If I step smaller, I can get more acute control. So watch it again. If I step wide, you see the thing gets a little wobbly. The tip of the stick is bobbing up and down. I step narrower, I get tighter control, going right to my target. From there, I grasp with the back hand and push it out on the line until my hands come to the proper distance, which is about a fist's width between the two hands. So now, your turn, David. You're just targeting, laying it right on my eyeball. Now you see how it kind of went off to one side and then came in? So adjust with your feet. Make a smaller step. Yeah, everything got very smooth that time. I can tell seeing it come at me. It's a very different perception, very different sensation. Straight. Yeah, nice. Good, 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 good. And you're making that nice adjustment with the back foot, narrowing it up. Good. Excellent. Great. So that's an important fundamental you want to do, and you want to do thousands of these repetitions. I'm not exaggerating. Thousands of repetitions of each move just to build your fundamentals and make them consistent. You want a consistent foundation on which to build all the rest of your Joe work. And there's nothing more basic than raising the tip from Sage Joe, winding up in the proper alignment, and then placing it directly on the man's eyes with not too big a step, then pushing it out on that same line, minimizing all the rising and falling and making everything linear as it comes out. That consistent location that you develop in your foundational work functions like an automatic repository of your technique. If you have a consistent basis, then you're able to move in all your further work without having to make small adjustments. And that's very critical. So thank you. That's terrific, David. And thank you.